Time is running out for Kentuckians to get a real ID after President Donald Trump's administration says there will be no extensions for the May 7th deadline, despite requests by some lawmakers.
With wait times going on hours, Kylie Hill learns how you can efficiently get your real ID before time runs out.
Many Kentuckians are scrambling to secure an appointment at the DMV before the May 7th Real ID deadline, although the law requiring Real IDs was passed into law 20 years ago.
The Real ID Act was passed in 2005, and it was a direct result of 9/11. Real ID sought to basically just reestablish people's identities, to make sure they are who they say they are. So that was the reason why the feds enacted that program.
That deadline appears unlikely to change despite efforts from Kentucky lawmakers. Earlier this week, the Trump administration signaled there will be no extension for Kentuckians.
I know what the senator was trying to do, and he was looking out for Kentucky's best interest, which we always applaud that. But at the same time, we know in the end, we just have our job to do, and we have to do it regardless.
Whether you've been to the DMV for your Real ID or just a permit test or address change, you've probably fell victim to hours-long waits. But there are ways to try to avoid that.
If they need to just do a renewal, we have online renewals available. We have mail-in renewals available, so we encourage people to use those. Or if they just need a replacement or a name change or address change, the mail-in form can do that as well.
Although the word deadline makes it seem like you have to get a Real ID by then, that's not the case. Cole says asking yourself the question of if you need one right now will also help ease congestion at the DMV.
If it's yes, then the next question is do I need a Real ID now? And they go, you know what? I'm not flying to Florida until next summer, 2026, so they don't have to hurry. They can wait for the lines to kind of die down.
Cole also wants people to know before you go because the document requirements are a little different from a Real ID rather than a standard.
You need to have your proof of identity, which is usually the birth certificate. You have proof of Social Security, which is your Social Security card. And then for Real ID, it's required to bring in 2 proofs of address.
Real ID licenses are $24 for 4 years and $48 for 8 years. Kylie Hill, Fox 56 News.
The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet has announced a skip-the-line alternative to avoid waiting at driver's licensing offices. Options are now available using online, in-office, and mail-in renewal forms. Licensing offices have experienced significant increases of in-office visits as customers come to renew a license and obtain those Real IDs. The Transportation Cabinet has been adding staff, implementing new line management technology to make things smoother. You can find more information at drive.ky.gov.